Smoking's bad for you kids. This is Stephen Howard and my dog Yucca. Say hi, Yucca. How you doing? Um, we're just out here at camp. It's about 8:45 at night. I was just listening to some tarot card readers and doing a little meditation, thinking about this pandemic and relationships and everything that's been going on and how people have been handling the stress, and then the planets and what they're doing and where we're at in general. I don't really delve too deeply. If you watch the last half dozen videos, I haven't really delved too deeply into the whole metaphysical, clairvoyant, you know, we operate at a high vibration. I operate at a high vibration every day. Today I was a mover. I was working for a moving company, helping my boss Brandon. Perfect movers if you ever need to move out of Las Vegas. We loaded two 26-foot trucks almost, and it was a hard day, and we were dealing with one of our coworkers is alcoholic, and I operate on a high vibration, so I'm just kind of like working and doing and being happy and whistling along, trying not to break anything. And this guy decided that he had a problem with me. He had a problem with how I was doing it or what I was doing, or, that it was making the amount of work more or something. And I went to my boss and I said, I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with anybody. I've just been working. He goes, no, it's not your problem. It's this dude's problem. And I started to realize that what it is when people have a spiritual depletion of some kind. It could be sex addiction, alcoholism, drug addiction, weed. A lot of people say weed isn't addictive. It's addictive. Cigarettes are addictive. That's why I have a cigarette for this video, because cigarettes are addictive. Anything that puts endorphins into your mind and makes you feel different, alcohol, drugs, sex, food, I don't like to tease any group of you guys. My brother is addicted to crack and is also closeted, and there's a lot of things that are wrong, or people would depict as wrong. I don't think anything's wrong with anybody. I think that there's a spiritual depletion. There's some sort of imbalance within your spirit that makes you cheat on your husband, makes you do all these things. And it's because you're needing to feed something that you're not feeding from within. That, if your soul is full and you're happy and you're healthy and everything's good, why do you need all this drama in your life? Why do you need all of these, attention-seeking experiences? Oh, if I have sex with one person, that's great. But if I have sex with 20 people, that'd be even greater. And then you end up with diseases, and then, all kinds of stuff happens. If you're addicted to crack, you're gonna sell everything you own all the time, and your brother gives you a brand new jacket and you have some excuse the next day why you don't have it anymore. And so there's that whole thing. Alcohol is a tricky one. My buddy Bill up in Montana struggles with alcohol. I got drunk when I was 10. My parents got me drunk on Chardonnay when I was about 10. and I didn't like it. So I guess doing it at that young age, it allowed me to have a great respect for alcohol. And I've never been a drinker. You can ask any of my friends or anybody around me. I don't drink. Now, smoking weed, I've been smoking weed since I was a kid. It helped me with my ADHD. Um, I believe it helps me in a spiritual sense because it's a way to self medicate without hurting yourself. The worst thing it can lead to is the refrigerator or falling to sleep, deep sleep. So more power to marijuana, but there's all these different things that are bringing endorphins into your mind. They're created as a need because of a chemical imbalance, a spiritual imbalance. If you're imbalanced, you don't need anything, or you need everything, but it needs to be balanced. So, I don't have the answers for it all. I'm not Mr. Rehab or anything like that, but I will tell you I have had my experience with drugs, alcohol, sex, and a lot of other things. And I think that if you love yourself and you're doing the right things and you're operating at a high vibration and you feel good and you're doing good, and it should be enough. That should be enough. And it's where your mind has a deficit or an imbalance that it needs to feed it. So smoking has caused cigarette smoking for me was a social, um, what would you call it? I was socially awkward as a teenager, and I saw that the Camel Man and the Marlboro Man were fucking cool dudes. The Camel Man rappelled out of he had a rope and he was on a Jeep and had a mustache and wore African garb. And the Marlboro Man was a cowboy on a horse and, was tough out there with a cigarette. I relate to a lot of actors that smoked. James Dean. A lot of different actors smoked. Forgetting his name right now. I'll think of it in a second. But what I think I'm trying to get at is that every day we're dealing with, you know, screaming kids or kids that are good, that you have to be really excellent teacher for. We're dealing with, marriages that have failed. We're dealing with relationships that have failed. We're dealing with, a lot of different aspects in life that are hard to handle. They're hard to handle. And, getting into meditation, getting into vibration, coming at things from a loving understanding. Hey, it's cool. It's cool. Relax. It's people don't like to be told to relax, but I tell people to relax all the time. Relax. It's okay. It's gonna be all right. You know, let's just get through the next hour. And I think a lot of people say fuck it. And they don't want to put the work in. They don't want to put the hard work in. They don't want to do what it takes to be uncomfortable for a while and then to find your comfort again. So, I've been camping out here in the desert for, I think it's going on like 20 something nights. My camper took a crap. So now I sleep in the back of the Suburban, which is uncomfortable. I miss my bathroom. I miss my trailer. I miss my bed. I miss Montana. I miss my friends. I appreciate everything that I have here in Las Vegas. I got a good support system, people around me that love me. My buddy Brandon, ex-wife Susan, we have a good relationship. It needs some mending and some healing, but we both don't have time with Marley and everything. So we do the best we can. You know, doing the best that I can. I came here with a plan. I had my heart broken in Montana. I had my best friend die. I mean, he was my boss too, so they were my job. I went through the holidays alone. Came down here and spent it with some people that are all entitled and shit. Have a ton of money. You know, if I had a ton of money, I wouldn't be entitled. Every time I saw a homeless person, I'd give them a wad, regardless of what they were going to do with it, just to give them some comfort. I think money is really the root of all evil. I don't believe in it. I don't trust my money in banks. I'm a cash and carry man. In God we trust, you know? So it's not all about it, what you drive or what you wear or what you look like, how you come off. It's what your experience is, man. Like, what have you experienced? Are you a fucking Jedi? Do you come from lineage that is past lives all the way back to Bannockburn in Scotland? You know, did you die on a battlefield in Scotland? Were you a pharaoh? Were you in the Civil War? Did you have past life loves that pop out of the woodwork? You know, did you do you have soulmates? You know that you know exist, and do they know you exist? And do they care when they know? Is it really what it's all cracked up to be? You know, there is such thing as free will, and life does hand you a bunch of lemons. So I suggest you make some really good lemonade and just enjoy your life, whatever it brings you. Um, Whoever's in your life, love them to the best of your ability. Give them as much as you can. Tell them how much you appreciate them. Give them whatever you can, whenever you can. I'm a really good dad. I'm a really good husband. I'm a really good father. I'm a good friend. I have a lot to offer the world. It's handed me a lot of shit. And I've taken that shit and making a fucking sculpture. So when you see a shit sculpture, just realize that the artist was me. Uh, that's pretty funny. I'm not out here in the desert feeling sorry for myself. That's not what this is. I've been doing a lot of videos that are fluffy, that are telling people, think positive, do the right thing. But they don't ever see the inspirational speaker cry. They don't ever see the inspirational speaker break down and talk about things that truly hurt deep down inside. Things that you can't control. Life is not, I'm not controllable. Life is not controllable. You can't contain the container. Whether you think you can control the people around you, all you're going to do is cause unhappiness for those people and yourself. That the only true way to be truly happy is to set everything free and just, if it's meant to be yours, it will be there. And if no one's meant to be yours, then you'll be completely alone. And that's okay because you're never alone. I'm never alone. My dog Yucca's sleeping in the back. I have many, many friends around me and many people on Facebook, and, I have many people that follow me, love me, adore me. So I have a lot to live for and a lot to live up to. I, I don't want to sound egocentrical, but I'm a fucking badass, man. I'm a fucking badass, and maybe I should start acting like it. But that's not me. That's not how I am. I'm the cool bro. I'm the one that loves up on you and is your best friend. I always have been. I was that kid in high school that was friends with the jocks, the stoners, the rockers, the dweebs, everybody. I was I was like a Ferris Bueller. I was friends with everybody. Everybody liked me. I was a class clown. I was the dyslexic idiot that didn't pay attention in class. So as I'm sitting out here in the desert channeling, I just want you to know I really miss a couple of my friends. My friend Kelly Brolin, who died of CO2 asphyxiation up in his trailer in Lolo, Montana. And my friend Eric D. Nelson, who was shot and killed in North Las Vegas, going to McDonald's at 8 o'clock in the morning. These guys are my guardian angels. They're around me all the time, protecting me, making sure shit happens right when I'm completely flat broke, trying to figure out what the fuck to do. They give me work out of the blue. Out of the blue, everything works out all the time. How is that possible? How is that even possible? It's because I'm truly blessed, man. I'm truly blessed. And so are you. So are you. One of my best friends, Clea Tasker, out in Ohio. We've been through really hard times together. He keeps going through it with his girl, Nora. And, Nora, if you ever watch my videos, you love the shit out of that guy. Love him like he's headed out to battle in Scotland tomorrow. Die on the battlefield with me. Because it was true. He's part of my soul family. I hope you treat him really well. I think that the people who have imbalance just need to like come clean about it. You know? Hey, I have this problem. I'm having this problem. And I need your help. And it's up to us, the people that are strong and that are here for everyone. It's up to us. We're the ones that make a difference in the world. We're the ones that you lose sleep about. We're the ones out here on the fringe trying to survive, but we're always doing the right thing for everybody. If there was some sort of emergency around me ever, I'm always like a first responder. I'm just there and I'm on top of it and I'm going to deal with it, whatever it is. I don't run from danger. I run towards danger. So, as we're dealing with this pandemic, isolation, and all of the chaos that has come along with it, just realize that we're still here. We're still the strong. We're still the, what do you call that? I don't know, the exceptional workers, the ones that are still working, the ones that are still trying, the ones, there's a lot of people that are out of work. I'm so sorry for them. But the people that are working during the pandemic, and it's scary. It's scary. I was moving some people's belongings from storage. I'm like, I could get sick and die after just today's work. So I got to be careful. It reminds me I'm going to take my vitamin C after I had my cigarette. So balance your health, kids. I hope that my rambling on this video made some sense to everybody. I often think it doesn't. And then I look back or I watch back and I'm like, whoa, that really, I posted anyway. But I go, whoa, that really made a lot of sense, or wow, that didn't make much sense to me, or how would somebody else view that? And the honest truth is that's not why I created the channel. I created this channel because I was having problems, real problems myself. And instead of dealing with them how I usually did, I just hit record. And I started talking about my problems just like I'm doing today. And hopefully, if it helped one person, just one person that watches this video, then fuck yeah, man. We did it.